Hi, everybody. I know the first part went kind of long, so to make this part better, I brought my husband along. Say hi.
Hello.
Okay. Powerball is a lottery game played in 43 states, which that could have been different now since I pulled this from a website, plus the District of Columbia and the U.S. Virgin Islands. For a $2 ticket, a player can select or must select 5 different numbers from 1 to 59 and one Powerball number from 1 to 35, which may be the same as one of the first chosen. A match of all 6 numbers wins the jackpot. How many different selections are possible?
That was a lot of words.
Yeah, I know. So the most important part that I had to look up was this 5 different numbers from 1 to 59. And what did we talk about? Do you remember what we talked about?
That there are any number.
Yeah,
not
like
in order.
Like if you pick 23 as like your quote unquote first number, it's not like 23 has to pop up first on the TV. Just
yes.
You pick a group. How about, can we say that? We pick a group of 5 numbers.
Do I need to say the word group?
Yes.
Group,
because as you know, group applies to combination problems. So the first thing we have is a decision on this first group of 5 numbers. So that is a combination. How many numbers can we pick from? 1 to 59 means we can pick from.
I'm going to say 59.
That's right. And how many numbers do we have to pick from those 59?
And did you say 5?
Yes,
I was kind of paying
5.
attention.
Okay, just like them.
I'm drinking coffee.
And then, so that is the 5 different numbers. And then there's the Powerball number. Now, the Powerball number is how many numbers? You just pick...
35 numbers.
Well, no, you just pick how many, though?
Oh, 1.
Good, you just pick one Powerball number.
You circled that a lot.
Yeah, it's not... I guess you could technically do a combination. No, you wouldn't do a combination. I guess it could be a combination of one number, right? Like a group of one number out of 35.
But when this is your field, not my field.
So you could do, like, say, okay, this is a combination of one number I'm picking out of 35. But the long story short is just how many choices do you have for that pick? You just have one pick with 35 choices. Again, if you like thinking like, all right, that's a group of numbers and I'm pulling one number from that 35, you can do that. But I promise you, since you're just pulling one number from that 35, you'll just get 35, okay? So when you're only picking one thing, you can just pick how many choices there are.
I'm learning so much.
Good. Now, we found that even though this calculator is a free ad, we can type this in to save us some time. So we can do 59 and pick number 3, and then type 5, because that's 59 for a total, 5 that we're picking. And so for all of those possible combinations, we have to multiply it by guess what?
I'm going to say 35.
That is correct. So we have a total of that. Now, if they wanted to, they could do this times, remember how I said we had 35, and then we could do combination. And how many are we just picking? One of those 35s. Well, that didn't look good at all, did it?
No.
I'm going to guess I would need parentheses. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be doing this on the fly. Hold on, I'll get it. What was it? 35. I'm falling apart.
You're doing just fine.
Thank you. I'm getting nervous. There.
Whoa,
So there you go. It's the same number. Wow. So that ends up being, let's read the digits. 175223510. Let's put our commas in there.
Wait.
How many possible selections are? Oh, I missed a comma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you erased a number. There you go.
It's okay.
Oh, you got it. You fixed it.
Okay, go ahead. Tell them how many possible selections are there?
That would be 175,223,510 and 0. Nothing.
So there's one chance that you're going to pick out of all those that you're going to pick the right.
Correct. Apparently.
Apparently, that's why I don't know how to play the lottery, because it's not very good chances. Okay.
The math doesn't lie.
Okay, find the number of words with or without meaning. So, meaning it doesn't have to actually make a real word that can be formed for the letters of India. Now, the problem is that what repeats here? What repeats in that word?
You mean what there
letter?
More than once?
Yeah.
The I?
How many?
There's 2 I's.
So we can say I have.
But there's no I in team.
You're making me confused. There's 2 I's. Don't confuse me. So there's 2 I's and there's no other repeats, right? So if we're making a word that is an ordering of letters, would you say that a word is a certain order of letters?
That's what I've been told.
That's right. So that means we're going to use permutation. So how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, 5.
And we're going to use all 5 of the letters. It doesn't say you're only using 3 or anything. So we're going to do 5 factorial, but this is that weird repeat thing. You're going to have to divide by 2 factorial. So I guess you could say 5 and 5, and then this is repeats. But remember, if this is a repeat one, I'm going to let you just use all 5, divide out the repeats. So we'll do 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. And how many possible arrangements of those letters?
60.
60 is correct. There are 15 students. Oh, high five. Oh, I thought you meant a high five.
No.
He had his hand up.
Every time you said the word repeat, it made me think of the old nursery rhyme.
Pete and repeat.
was sitting on boat. Pete fell off. Who was left? Repeat.
15 students are in a race. First, second, and third place all receive the same medal. How many ways can we hand out medals to the first, second, and third runners? There are no ties. Now,
No, they're not ties, they're medals.
So there's something interesting in here. What do you think is interesting about this particular problem? That they're all going to get what?
The same medal.
So it really doesn't matter if you're first or
Correct.
if you're second or if you're third. It's almost like a qualifier event. Like, it really doesn't matter if you're first or second or third. It's just you just have to qualify.
It's a good
like,
example.
It's the same reward. So does the order matter? Like, does it really matter if you come in first or third? That's right, it sure doesn't. So we're going to write no order. And when there's no order, do you think we use permutation or combination?
I'm going to go with my gut on this and say combination.
That's wonderful. How many students do we have in our group?
1, 5. Is that a 15?
Mm-hmm. And how many winners are there?
I'm going to say 3 winners. They're all winners in my book, though.
That's right. Everybody gets a trophy. What number goes on the top? Say 15 factorial.
15 factorial.
And then the combination formula is 15 minus 3. So they could put what inside of there if they don't want to write 15 minus 3.
That would be 12.
And then it puts the second number again on the bottom. So we can type this in our calculator if we wanted to. We could even go as far as to make this a 12.
All these exclamation points make math more exciting.
No, we talked about that. That means factorial. It's not fun. It's not exciting.
No, it's very exciting. When
Okay,
you see
15.
those on a page, you're like, whoa!
They probably turned this video off. I hope you guys are enjoying this. So you can type in your calculator. Just remember, if you do in one step, parenthesis at the beginning, parenthesis at the end. But you can also just do 15. What, honey?
In psych class, we were talking about, as an example, you're using the order of operations in math for like memory and encoding
I'm sorry.
information.
Hold on.
into
I
your
got to
brain.
tell them. So there are 455 different ways to hand out those medals to the winners, since order does not matter. Go ahead quickly, because trust me, they're sick of my notes.
I was just saying, when you mentioned parentheses, it made me think we were talking about order of operations in psych class, memory to encode the information. We use like mnemonic devices and different things. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Next one.
All right.
15 students are in a race. First, second, and third will receive, looky, Archway cookie, gold, silver, and bronze. How many ways can we hand out the medals now?
Okay.
What do you think? Does order matter now?
Oh, order really matters.
Yes. So do you think that we're going to use combination or permutation?
Now. Well, since we use combination for the other one, I'm going to say the other one this time.
And how many people?
There's still 15.
And how many winners?
Wieners. 3.
So I can't say that on my video.
I just said winners.
And what number goes on the top?
15.
And you don't know, but permutation, we would do just the 15 minus the 3 here. We don't do the extra 3. So technically, they could just put a what right here if they wanted.
That'd be a 12.
That would be a 12. So again, we can type that in your calculator. However, we can also just do the 15 probability, number 2, and 3, and get an answer of 2730. So we've talked about this earlier. There will always be more permutations of the same numbers than there will be combinations of the same numbers, because for every combination inside of that is an ordering. So every combination of winners would have a specific order inside of that. So it will always be more. Now we're going to order a pizza from Pizza Hut, and I actually just went in. You can verify. I went to their website and did this.
Pizza Hut.
We can have one flavor of these crusts listed. So it's important to say there are 4. We can have one of the sauces listed. It's important to say that there are 4. We can have one amount of the cheese listed. 4. And we can have 1 crust flavor, which
Again.
there's 4.
Wow.
In addition, in the next page, we have to pick 3 different toppings from a list of 8. So that's not on there, but we need to pick 3 out of 8 toppings on the next page. Ready to do this?
I'm ready.
So we're picking 1 out of 4 for our crust. The order isn't important, so we're just going to pick a combination. We have 4. We need 1. That's for the crust.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's
I'm
change
following
color.
ya.
Pick a color.
Red, please.
Okay.
Christmas
Christmassy.
colors. Look at that. Green and
So
red.
again, we have the order is not important for like picking our sauce. So we have a combination. How many sauces are there?
4.
How many are we picking?
1.
Good. Pick another color.
Let's go with green. You already have green.
I already have.
Blue.
You got to keep their attention. So now the amount of cheese is another one. It's a combination. Order's not important. How many cheese? How
4.
many? Yeah.
1.
Yep.
Oh.
And then another color.
Purple.
Okay. And one more time. This is for our crust flavor combination.
4 choices. You're making 1 choice.
Okay. Now here's the big one. The 3
Ooh.
out of 8 toppings is on the next page.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter like if we pick olives before we pick anchovies or like?
No.
So the order's not important.
No.
So that's a combination. Pick a color.
Let's go with brown.
You pick these
Oh,
ones too.
whoa, fancy. How about Oh, how did that blue with that like,
Okay.
Yeah.
So since order is not important, that's another what?
Combination.
That's right. Of how many toppings do we have?
8.
And how many are we picking?
3.
So I've learned the hard way in my calculator. I got to do them individually, or at least in parentheses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to just do it all at once. 4 combination 1 times 4 combination 1 times 4 combination 1. Did I have one more of those to do?
One more to do.
Okay. Times 4 combination 1 times 8.
Ooh, now it's different.
Ooh. Combination. How many are we picking?
3.
3. Let's pray that does that right. So there are 14,336 different pizzas that we can make just with those simple choices. Isn't that pretty cool?
I could go for some pizza.
I wonder if they stopped the video because I finished the end of the notes now.
I don't know. Maybe. You'll have to ask them about pizza.
Well, no, I mean, like, I think they probably watched until I circled 14,336 and then they shut it off.
Well,
We should tell them a funny joke, so if they shut it off, they missed the funny joke.
we don't know any funny jokes. Do you? I don't know any funny jokes.
Okay. And then I guess you just want to say goodbye.
One time, my dad ran over my foot on accident with the car. It's not a funny joke, but it's kind of funny because it didn't really hurt. It was a
He
tiny
also
car.
ran into a deer the first time
But he
I was in
didn't
the car
swerve.
with him. He didn't
swerve. He didn't cause it. Yeah,
Parts of the car were falling off.
that's true.
It was a Yugo. Go ahead, look up what a Yugo
That
is.
wasn't a Yugo.
It was
It was
Horizon.
a Horizon. Plymouth Horizon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.